Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Saka here with another episode of Hearts of Iron 4, the Canada popular state. And when we last left off, we repelled the last of the British invasion, and we've got our troops stationed here on the East Coast as well as in northern Texas here to either A, invade Mexico, or B, propel off any other naval invasions that Great Britain, the United Kingdom, is trying to do. Now, in a perfect world, I want to know, is the German Reich going to declare war on the United Kingdom and the Allies? If so, can they get them out of the war for us? That is the great question. Greece was being invaded. They joined up with the Allies, I believe. Or, no, they were in the Comintern, right? Where is old Greece? Yeah, so Greece actually joined the Soviets when they were invaded, and they will be wiped out very quickly. So, it's tough. It really is. I want to prepare for this invasion of Mexico and work my way down to South America. But if we're going to keep getting invaded time and time and time again, then that's no good for anybody. Oh yeah, our volunteer forces are coming. They've arrived in Hawaii. Oh my. So we still own Hawaii, and there is our Yugoslavian friends. So how in the gravy are you guys even going to get here? Well, that was all kinds of pointless. All right, let's take a look at our research. We're multiple months away. We're working on night assault tactics, however. We're also researching our independent command. And once we're done with independent command, we were going to compromise with Quebec, which gets us even more recruitable population. Even though Quebec, there really is no compromise, we own it. So it's kind of like just using that as a manpower booster. As far as our production is concerned, we're still manufacturing the tanks that we need. We've got a bunch of factories on full tilt, and I believe we have more in the queue. And we were working on anti-air. That's what we were doing. We were working on anti-air on our east coast so we can regain our air superiority over here. Our airplanes are stationed over here in Virginia, and we'll use them for the initial invasion of Mexico. We have an air base right here in Texas that can be very beneficial for us. But essentially, we're just waiting on these upgrades to take hold. And these divisions of basic training are also waiting for their light tanks. The reinforcements have the maximum priority, so they are going to get their tanks first. And then the basic training divisions should get their equipment, finish training, and then be ready to deploy. As far as the Mexican force is concerned, we are looking at 47 to 51 divisions. We have 20 with 5 more on the way. So are we strong enough to go 2 for 1? Can we route some of these troops and do the work in Mexico? That I do not know. Looking at our trade, we just need 2 rubber. We have a surplus, a massive surplus of everything else, but no one wants to trade rubber with us, except Brazil, who is exporting everything it possibly can. We could pick up some from Siam, so we should get our surplus of rubber, and we're only using that for our motorized, at least it should be. Aircraft are also getting using rubber, but not that many. I'm just basically getting a big ol' a big surplus. So once we do go to combat, we can get back the equipment that we lose. We're also making the level 3 arty, which should be reinforcing our group as well. And we are at a 162-day shortage of tanks, but that's going to increase or decrease as these production efficiencies grow for sure. Hopefully we'll have 20 perfectly upgraded and stand-up units ready for that initial invasion of Mexico, because with all of these numbers, we are going to need everything we possibly can. And it looks like Los Angeles will be their first point of attack. Once we can research better decryption, we should be able to take a look-see and see how these units are made up. to see if they have any anti-armor, or, you know, can they stand up against our divisions with tanks? That I do not know. But we're chugging away at speed 3. In a perfect world, like I said, the German Reich is going to declare war on the United Kingdom. Looking at their diplomacy, they're only at war with us, the Canadian War of the Philippines, with the Soviet Union and all of her allies, or the former Soviet Union, now the German Reich occupied. We definitely can't reach out and touch them. Looking at all these naval battles, our Navy isn't strong, but I really don't want them to be. I mean, sure, they're pounding our East Coast, but we're building enough defenses, and we have enough troops here ready to go that I don't think it's going to be that much of a challenge. We are in May 1941. Let's see, about 4 years away from the end of the game. And I don't know if I want to continue the game once sort of the victory screen or the end of days screen pops up. If we'll continue playing past that point or not. But to each their own. Night assault tactics are finishing up, luckily. So that is one new research block that we can do. We can start thinking about the 1942 technology since we're 6 months away. If there's nothing that really stands out, we can focus on that. But I believe there were a few other things that we absolutely needed in the tech that we can. And as far as our political power, we've gotten everything pretty much in place that I want. Because if we go up to like a total mobilization, that would actually reduce our recruitable population. However, we have another dangerous naval invasion. Where? Are you guys like up here somewhere? Let's go to speed 2 and watch them. Yeah, it looks like they're invading Quebec? Are they really making landfall here? That's what I want to know. All right, night assault tactics are done. We are researching, let's see, all infantry and motorized, better organization, and tanks better organization. That is a definite plus. 1942 tech there. That's 1943 tech. And we don't really need any factory repair speed. I think that land doctrine is definitely the way to go. Assuming nothing here stands out. Because we don't have cavalry or motorized infantry. This is a little bit ahead of schedule, and it's going to help us tremendously with our mountain divisions. 166 days. I think that one is worth it. And then we'll see what the United Kingdom does here. If they are invading this part, more power to them. We can get troops there for sure. Oh, they're just invading there. Well, you got me, guys. You got our island. Now they're going to need to come from this port to cross this strait. And I don't know if that's what they're going to do or not. So we'll keep an eye out on that one for sure. I know they're going to move to this island and take it. But in the grand scheme of things, that's really not tactically sound. I mean, sure, they get their foothold, but I don't believe we have any factories up here or anything worthwhile for them to take. Mainly just a port, so they can just come straight across, and we will greet them with open arms and open triggers for sure. Independent command is almost done, so we're 70 days away from another 20% recruitable population, and then I think we can go up to total mobilization to offset that penalty that we got for going even higher. So independent command, we are done there, and we are going to compromise with Quebec, which gives 20% more recruitable population, which is exactly what we want. Oh, United Kingdom, are you going to be so bold as to cross that strait and do something? I didn't think so. You're taking pot shots is all you're doing, and I'm not going to fall for it. I can see the AI trying to do something like that. Invade like the northern part, and when I send my army up, the real invasion force comes in Florida or even California. But I'm not buying it. Not one bit. Give me a naval invasion in Washington, D.C. I'll show you Oh, those nice anti-airs. How nice of you to join us. How is our air superiority out in these parts? I wonder. Yeah, we've got maximum air superiority now. Even with our 100 planes and our 3 anti-airs, our civilian factory should be doing the work. Helping out with the, with the anti-airs. Yeah, we're going to be building a lot of anti-aircraft guns for sure. They won't be able to stage much of air superiority battle with us at all. All right, Speed 4. Let's see what they're going to do. Excavation 1 is done. That helped us gain more resources. And in fact, I think that sort of puts us over the top. No, because we don't have rubber here. That's why we did that. So maybe that was a wasted research slot. I was thinking like resources in total and not resources like the resources that we have. So that's definitely my mistake. We could work on some encryption, and we're a half a year ahead there, but 256 days, I think we can focus better. Oh, and we're 14 days away from that tank. Glorious. 250 days away from there. Oh, nice. A 50% discount. Yes, please. We are taking that. And then when this Valentine is done, we can actually, which kind of throws a wrench in the works because these guys are just getting good at making tanks, but we will put the Valentine in here and get those to reinforce our group as well, meaning we will be even more powerful as a small force, which seems to be the name of the game for sure. I want this compromise with Quebec to finish very quickly so we can put even more units in basic training. They need their light tanks. They only need 100 of them, but they're going for our reinforcements here. 1,000 light tanks to reinforce our lines. And then upgrades. Yeah, we're upgrading our towed artillery, and we're almost there with our towed artillery. And just as we're about to gain our upgrades with the light tanks, we're going to be changing it up on them again. But still, everyone should have decent amount of tanks, or a decent tank to use for sure. 2 days away now from our Valentine 1941. So we are on point with our tank technology for sure. We'll go ahead and put that into practice as soon as that fires in 1 hour. All right, so the Valentine is now ready. 173 days for the field hospital and the signal company for initiative. Initiative may be good, and let's see, the recon company for reconnaissance. That actually may help us out, and we're not too far away from another tech to drop here. So that's not a big purchase as such. Let's get these lines ready to go. Let's start producing the Valentine, and let's use some of these military points to make a variant here. Let's maximum armor it up. Let's increase its reliability. Put on some main guns. Okay, let us take some armor down. We need good soft attack. That's 19.9 soft attack with the main gun. And that's all we can do with it. We've got plenty of armor. A +1 there. Our max speed goes down, but it's really, the speed of the infantry, and they move slow enough, so I'm not worried about that. We've got a lot of good piercing. So the Mark I variant shall now be produced and upgrading. We need 1,600 of the Valentine Mark Is, and those are going to funnel into the upgrades category. Excavation 2 is done, which doesn't help us in the least bit, but yeah, this is 1943 tech. All right, so let's take a look. Artie's 1943 tech. Our land doctrine is being researched. That's 1.5 years for that better. I believe the field hospital will be good to go, and then we'll focus on the signal company. The fate of Yugoslavia. Independent Croatia. So Europe is definitely doing the work over there. The German Reich hasn't taken Greece, though. Justification of war goals against us. Well, it doesn't surprise me in the grand scheme of things. Who is plotting? I don't know. Looks like everyone's plotting against us. What was that? Mexico? Oh, we're boosting the Communist Party in Mexico. That's what we're doing. Okay. So that's going to help if we stage a coup in Mexico. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, the Communist Party, 38%. Take a look at there. So that won't be bad. If we can stage a coup and then take that over and then, like, ally with them, that'd be pretty cool. I certainly wouldn't argue with that for sure. All right, almost halfway done with our Quebec compromise. I know we're losing convoys, but we've got, shoot, 234 unused convoys. We're not doing a whole lot of trading. We don't need to. 36 of 2,000 light tanks. We're still producing them. The Matilda local pattern. 1,500 tanks. Come on, production efficiency. You do you. I need a lot of factories here. I think once the Eastern Seaboard is locked up with anti-aircraft, then we can do that. Oh, we need 1 rubber, 2 rubber. That's fine. We'll just keep on keeping on. What in our production queue is using rubber? I mean, still, fighters and... Oh, so we're not producing our motorized or our airplanes as quickly, which isn't a big deal. I really don't mind that. We have plenty of planes in reserve if need be as well. It's just one of those things. Still holding at 201,000 K troops. If we can stage a coup here, I think that would be pretty excellent. What I can do is, since we are, just days away, I can get a jump start here and go into my economy and totally mobilize. That drops us to 191, but our factory should be putting out a whole lot more. It's a 10% increase, so once these production efficiencies grow, that speed should kick in, and then with the compromise with Quebec, we will get a 20% boost to population. All right, our assembly line production is done, and that was the production efficiency cap. We gotta wait till 43 to get that done. As far as engineering goes, we could do decryption there, or research time. Let's encrypt. I believe that gives us a pretty big bonus if we actually invade. And our land doctrine is almost done as well. So our next step in the land doctrine should help us out tremendously. The United Kingdom decided that they just wanted that port and left. So I'm not mad about that. They can have that port. We've got plenty. I don't care about the justification. Let them come. Let Mexico declare a war on us. See what happens. I do want to stage that coup, though. With 39% over 24 and 37, that is the most popular party. And the next election's in 5 years, and I don't want to wait, really, 5 years for them to join up. All right, attritional. So our last one is research. The recon company reconnaissance and our reinforcement rate up 2%. And that will complete our land doctrine, which is a pretty good position to be in. All right, we're producing about 11 tanks a day. Hopefully that goes up very quickly. Wait, huh? Soviet expansion in Europe. How does that happen? What are the Soviets doing? Oh, they're here. So the Soviet Union is still our friends. We're allies, right? How about that? The All-Union Communist Party. Yeah, we're bros. Congratulations, Stalin. You own Knaus, or Kaunas. How about that? I thought the Soviet Union was wiped from the face of the map, but I guess Hearts of Iron won't let that happen. Nope. There goes Germany. As soon as the Soviet Union was formed, Germany just swarms in. You know what, Germany? You could swarm over here or over here. That wouldn't hurt my feelings any. Jeez. All right, 5 days away from our Quebec Compromise, we will watch our numbers grow, and then I think we'll put some more divisions in basic training. I mean, these trainees are 93% done, but they can't continue training until they have all of their gear. We're reinforcing with light tanks, delivering it to the local militia. That's awesome. I mean, the factories are putting out. I can't be mad at them. Oh, the compromise with Quebec. Greece has capitulated. Now, I thought we were to get a 20% bonus, were we not, for manpower? That seemed like a thing that we could do. All right, so our war field economy requires the National Steel Car, which gives even more. The Black Devils is Marine Tech, Mountaineer Tech. That might not be bad. Armor technology ahead of time. That would have been good. How about this? Infrastructure and infrastructure, military, and more oil. Lots of more oil. So it looks like most of the focuses are on the oil side. We could supply the Red Army and join the Comintern, and we need, and that's factory output 2%, can send volunteer forces. I think this one will be good. We'll get ready for that 50% bonus in Mountaineer Tech. Hopefully that gets held on to whenever we can research our Mountaineers. In 1943, we'll have our 50% reduction in time, which means our Mountain Division will become increasingly powerful. I like that. Yep, Soviet Union is folded again. We're still at 0% capitulation. We're sort of sitting on our hands here, just upgrading. But Mexico is in my sights. Don't you worry about a thing. As soon as we get up to 50% communism, I believe, I'm going to start staging a coup. And they've sent volunteers to the United Kingdom and the German Reich, so they are playing both sides of the field. And we don't like that. 48 to 53. I think our units should be powerful enough, especially once we get those Valentine tanks up, the Mark 1s. Once we can get those to the front line, I think that will be very awesome. Make sure that's Mark 1. That wasn't even Mark 1s. Good thing I checked. But that's fine. Maybe that's why we were at such a disparity. So that didn't really change the cap any. We're still producing. How's our reinforcements going? Yep, we're sending Mark 1s to the district militias as needed. Upgrading 3,000 tanks. We're holding on to these divisions. I want them fully trained as much as they can before they go storming through. And we have free civilian factories. Excellent. So I think let us focus on our military factories. Build some in Missouri. Why not Colorado and Kansas? And if anything, we'll start a new tank line as soon as that's done. Because we're going to be producing military factories very quickly. So we'll get the free military factory in there. He'll pop. And then we'll make another line of Valentine Mark I tanks. Because these are filling all of our needs and filling them well. And then I think we'll focus all the new tanks right here in the grain belt to tank production. So we should sit pretty after that. Excellent. So things are rolling. We are producing, we are researching, and we are getting better for sure. But that's going to do it for me in this episode, ladies and gentlemen. I know not a whole lot went on as far as the war effort is concerned, but we are subverting Mexico, we are supplying improved armor to the front, and it's only a matter of time before we pull into Mexico and smack them across their face for their double-faced tactics. But that's going to do it for me in this episode, ladies and gentlemen. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next Hearts of Iron 4 Canada video. Take care.